Yes, 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 yes. We are here with the 117th episode of the Danger Zone podcast. And I am Myster DL, and I'm here with
Big Shug
and
Chef Tanya Nicole. Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, so what's been going on out there, Big Shug?
I mean, just living life, man. Just trying to proceed, man. Trying to elevate, man. So much going on, though. So much going on. Just period, But I think recently, as far as hip hop, I think there was a roast, a Diddy roast. Did you hear about that?
I just heard about it now, so I don't know much about it. I know 50 Cent was involved. That's all I know.
Yeah, of course.
Oh
right?
boy.
You know what I mean? It's hold on. I think I got that right here. That they gonna keep on riding the boy, man.
Yeah.
No pun. But
Big pun.
50 Cent is taking his trolling campaign against Diddy up a notch by attending a comedy roast of embattled mogul in Miami, taking place at the Dead Flamingo pop-up in Little Havana. Man, what a name. Yeah. Over the weekend, charity event saw 50 pose for photos with fans and pass around shots of his Branson cognac, according to the Miami Herald. So, he's taking off with Diddy slip, because Diddy had the drink. Now 50 Cent, he's using all this as a marketing tool, as we see. After the show, 50 posted about his surprise appearance on Instagram and wrote, "Yes, I was in attendance. I thought Puffy might show up because I saw Tom Brady at his roast. You know what I mean? He's probably being funny and shit. He shrugged a little bit. He didn't come. I had the shooters, cameras, get your mind up the gutter, videographers, and what? The roast of Diddy was a fundraiser for the National Domestic Violence Hotline, and though 50 himself didn't grace the stage, it featured sets from local Miami comedians, Lonnie Cox, pause, Ricky Cruz, extra pause, and Drew Illa, right? You know what I mean? So some of the jokes included Sean Combs got his nickname Puffy because that's how he leaves his girlfriends after every relationship.
Fluffy? They used to call him Fluffy?
That's kind of whack. But,
For real. The first person who gave me that nickname, I'd be like, yo.
Yeah, I guess because Puff dies and faces, that's crazy. Brittany Brave, who acted as MC at the event, also spoke about how comedy helped her out of an abusive relationship. The Diddy scandal is topical right now, so it made sense to join the conversation in a productive way, she said. Comedy is what pulled me out of an abusive relationship that lasted 3 years, and it continues to help all of us make sense of life, especially the parts of that sting. 50 Cent has been relentlessly taunting Diddy ever since Cassie, the shocking video and allegations came to light. So, as we know, I mean, people been riding Diddy, man, no pun, since this thing came out. And that's how it is. Like, one thing I was having a conversation with my son earlier today, shout out to Tremaine. Pimping ain't easy, but somebody got to do it now. On the real side, I had a conversation with my son earlier about how so many people, and I think I might have said it on the show, so many people have went to these parties and hung out deep, numbers of them. And you have literally not really heard any of them like bash Diddy. You know what I mean? Like none of them. So it's like, it's really wild to me that I guess if there's something to come out, it comes out, but there's a reason why it's like that. Because this thing has been going on for a while and we ain't hearing nothing. You know what I mean? But well, it is what it is.
What do you mean hearing nothing from like the news or whatever?
Huh?
Hearing nothing about what? Like charges being brought against him? Is that what you mean?
No. So from all these attendees, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, rappers, singers, actors, comedians have all partied with Diddy at his house. Like, they all went to those parties. So sometimes the narratives have been like, well, the party I went to wasn't like that. Or this was like, that's about it. Nobody's saying like anything. Even when they were running around.
All the girls he passed around to me were 19. That's all I know.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying.
The danger zone.
A lot of dudes was running around his house with towels on just like him. You know what I mean? And ain't nobody said nothing. So I don't know, like, it'll play itself out, but think about that. I remember Jamie Foxx was talking about when he was up and coming, and he was giving parties, and he wanted to give this party for Diddy because he wanted Diddy to see how good he gave parties. He didn't have much money or whatever, but he pulled it off and had everybody come. So what do we think? Jamie Foxx? We think Jamie Foxx partied with Diddy one time in his life, or went to one of the party that Diddy had? Nah, man. He's just one dude, but nobody's saying nothing.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man.
I think no one's gonna say anything because no one's gonna voluntarily be like, yeah, I went and there was nothing going on, or I went and there was a lot of shit going on, but I didn't say nothing at the time, but now I'm going to say something now. Like, I think
I'm going to say something just in time for my book.
I think, whether they're saving it, whether they don't want to be in that light, they don't want to have their name associated with Diddy. I don't know, because I feel like that would be a lot of people. And like you said, not everyone would be culpable of anything just because you went to a party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm thinking if I'm running these big, huge Hollywood sex parties, I'm throwing other parties to make sure that people don't think that I just run Hollywood sex parties. And tonight I got the Busta Rhymes after party, and there's no underage prostitutes. It's just you know what I'm saying.
Oh boy, the danger zone.
Here's my thing on that though. People don't have separate parties, man. And the only way you have separate, what I mean by this is what I'm saying. When, what's his name, rest in peace, Hugh Hefner, you know what I'm saying, would have these parties. They were these huge parties. There was a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah, but Hugh Hefner's parties were known for that.
And
so that's a totally different thing, I think.
And there was definitely Hugh Hefner parties that the average celebrity or B-list or C-list celebrity didn't know about whatsoever.
Let me tell you this. This is what I'm talking about. With all I can say what I'm talking about. The party that I attended. So let's just say this. There was massive amount of things going on, and it's a huge place. Different things that are like, I don't know what's going on over there, and this or whatever. Because to be honest with you, I was with some of my compadres, but when I went in there and a couple things wasn't cool with me, I was out. You know what I mean? So I left.
Well,
a couple of cats stayed. But it was like, I'm telling you.
Here's a perfect example. If I hosted a party, right? Let's just say I use my house as the venue. If I hosted a party, 95% of the people at the party would be downstairs, and my real homies would come up here. You feel what I'm saying? So, and then we'd bring in the prostitutes.
So listen to
the danger zone.
I saw a party. So I saw rest in peace, the great Aretha Franklin. Her father used to have these parties, you know what I mean? And people drinking, smoking, unfortunately, I guess it was, might have been her, or someone got molested or whatever. I think might have been her. That was unfortunate. But I'm saying all this shit was going on that everybody didn't know what was happening at this one party. I've walked into places where the party is over here, they probably having an orgy. You know what I'm saying? Over here, they're drinking and freebasing cocaine, different shit like that. Over here, motherfuckers just laughing and smoking weed and cooling out at this same event. So it's almost like these corny movies we see.
I think we're saying the same thing, that like you could be at a party and everyone could have a different experience depending on the environment that you allow yourself to be in. Let's say it that way.
No, this is what I took it. I saw like when David DL was speaking to me. So I'm saying like he was saying that they could have separate parties, which they possibly could. But I'm saying a lot of times, all of these events are going on at this one party. You just ain't like he said, that part he said, you said D about this one in this room. This is going on over here and this is going over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that same night, this shit is wild. You know what I'm saying? Now,
It's
for
the
instance,
after party, and then you get invited to the after party, and then at the after party, there's another party that's the after party for that.
Yeah, you got me at the after party, and after party, I'm tapping out. I'm going home. I'm out of here.
hey, you remember Rock Hudson?
You also have
Remember
a
Rock
2 to 3 hour
Yeah.
limit.
Rock Hudson. Yeah.
So Rock Hudson was this big movie star.
Yes,
I think maybe we might say that's 50s, 60s.
he was
70s,
he was a
whatever.
heartthrob at the time.
Yeah, so he was a heartthrob, but he was gay.
Yes.
Now, that's when people wouldn't let it be known. Like you had to remain secretive, with your sexuality back then. But I read a book on him. I read a lot of books. That was one of them about Rock Hudson, because I didn't know anything about the rest of them. Just that he was, I looked up to him as a star. Like, he was one of many books I read. And then to get to the part in the book where he got married, you know what I mean, to throw people off from what was really happening. And they say, hey, you got to get married right now. But then he also had, this is in the book, so anybody who read it or knows about it could see, he also had in there that I want to have a nice party, you know what I'm saying, with all the boys around. Like, you know what I mean? So everybody at this time in Hollywood or whatever is at this party. Like, and it's all guys. Like, he like good-looking guys, whatever. And this is all the party consists of. So I'm going to assume that, they were gay or whatever. But he stated that this is the party that he wanted to have. You see what I'm saying? So, that's what I mean. Like, so he probably had regular parties too, social parties. But this party they knew what they was getting into. This is exactly what he was and what he wanted. You know what I mean? So
I think you could have different parties in the sense of, for instance, like I have different friend groups and their interests are different. So if I hang out with my certain friends that they like to go bar hopping and they like to drink and they like to be out social, then I got the friends that they just want to chill at the house party. So we're going to have the music and the drinking and all that at the house. So I just think it just really depends. And when you have so much money, you got to have a bunch of different circles of friends. People you kind of hang out with socially in the public eye, but then there's like that group that you do everything with.
That's what we're saying. So
yeah,
that's what I mean. So Hollywood is Hollywood, though. Music life is music life. So what I mean is, so you have this party and everybody's going because this is so-and-so having this party, mogul, whatever. Like, we're all gonna go. So-and-so has this party. What's the name used to have a huge party, I believe? What's the dude, Howard Stern? You know what I mean? New Year's or whatever. Like these huge ass party, everybody wants to go. So everybody wants to be in the now until the now becomes the no. You know what I'm saying? What I mean is like,
and he don't mean the no, he means the no.
That's what I mean. Yeah. And both, because they want to be in the now, and with the it people and whatever, then they find out like, now you're in the no. Everybody knows. Now it's no. You're like, nah. You know what I mean? So my thing is like, it's like people get in this. First of all, like I think we said it before. Like now they're trying to push that narrative heavy on Busta Rhymes. Have you heard that?
I don't know, man. Like,
hey, what happened
I said it fucking 100-something weeks ago, man. Like, hip hop was doomed as soon as this Me Too shit hit, man. It is bad, man. The things we've seen, the things that we've seen in this game, that we know at some point that people, they're coming.
It's coming back.
They are coming for you. And we didn't think that it was. Oh, it's just going to be a Hollywood thing. Oh, it's just going to be a Harvey Weinstein thing. Okay. We're here. We are here. The things that oh my God.
So here's the thing, right?
So what you're saying is this is just the beginning of the opening of Pandora's box.
This is the beginning. This is like, there are so many rappers going like this. Oh my God, is this going to happen to me?
So I think that because, or business people or whatever in that genre, because, what they're trying to say is like, someone pushing this now is busted is zesty or whatever. And it's crazy how they try to make it like that, because Busta, man, I would say that, man, like, somebody I respect, my man.
What are they saying about Busta now?
That he's zesty? Does that mean he's gay?
That's what they're trying to say.
Okay.
But let me tell you, well, people that in the know, just
thought, yeah.
would know what that meant. But then they,
I'm
they
not
put
gay,
on.
so I don't know, Sugar. I don't know.
Oh,
They
stop.
put on
The danger zone.
I don't know, man. Let you tell it. But anyway, now what I'm saying on some real shit though. So, and then you look at the stuff they put online. So they got a picture of Busta Rhymes with that little yellow outfit he wore years ago with the arms out.
Right.
And it was a little different looking, but it
He's
was
always
busted.
rocked different.
So boom. So they got that picture. And then they got another picture with him turning around like he's about to pull his pants down, right? When anybody that knows that ever went to the concert, when they used to do that, put your hands where my eyes could see, right? him and Split Star would both pull their drawers down.
And Scratch.
Yeah, and I remember somebody going up to them on that Smoke Groove tour saying, yo, y'all got to stop pulling your asses out. Right? Because that's what they would do, turn and pull it. I mean, I don't give a fuck. That's what they did. The crowd screamed for whatever. But it wasn't make me think these dudes was funny style and nothing. I just was like, that's what they did. I mean, Cannabis came out with a line that could have ate him. And we'd be talking differently about that right now.
It wasn't like I was there. I seen the exact performance you're talking about. It wasn't like he was like, where my fellas at? where are the fellas at? I got something for y'all. And then he did it. No, he 100% talked to the ladies.
Or he didn't do, who likes booty?
Yeah,
you know
yeah. So
you know?
that one's a stretch. There are some rappers that I can see that possible there. I always thought Will Smith was there hanging out at that club. But Busta Rhymes, I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. I feel like more and more now it's less of you can tell.
It's so unaccepted in hip hop, Big Shug. What do you think? What are your thoughts about that? Because my opinion is absolutely.
If they don't want to say.
Yo, let me make a point real quick. I just thought about this. Let me make a point real quick.
The danger zone.
It's to the point in hip hop where motherfuckers can't even say certain words. On this podcast, we do it all the time. We can't even say words. We comes like, oh, damn, that was a hard game. Oh, pause. I'm not gay. So I think in hip hop, it's very, very unaccepting. So yeah, you're not going to see many rappers coming out.
When it comes to the pause thing and all that, to me, when it comes to that, so obviously, you guys and me, like we know who we are, or whatever. Like I almost say the pause thing on some fun shit. Yeah. Like I think this shit's funny. That's why I say it, because before that even became a thing, certain words, and anybody that knows Shug or whatever for all these years, anybody knows certain words, I would always be like, yo, that shit, for a long time making jokes. So when they came up with a pause and whatever, that shit with some other, but I still feel it's not accepted because it's like someone said, it wouldn't be accepted in sports or certain sports like football and basketball and things like that.
There's at least one gay football player. They did a whole documentary.
Okay,
let me see. How come? Yeah,
and he's like I said, it's not.
There's a gay football player, but they're not airing the footage. They're not airing the fucking security cam footage of all people talking shit about it.
The danger zone.
Hey, listen, see, so you started saying something, Tanya, before I laid it out. So listen. What I'm saying to you, I said that in those sports, what I was about to say, is those sports, so the star player, there's not nobody who's been a star that's like, I'm gay.
That we know of. Right. Yeah. Correct.
No, listen what I'm saying. You ain't.
What about Westbrook?
Listen, Westbrook who?
Russell Westbrook.
No, I'm going to tell you something about that, right? So listen. What I said, what I'm saying though, what I'm saying is there's no star player. You said that we know. That's what I'm saying. There's no star player who says I'm gay. You understand what I'm saying? And he's a superstar. So if something like that happens, that's a different demographic. Now you're like, oh shit. So the dude who came out as gay, it said, and he was all, and the thing about him, he wasn't like Michael Sam's a few years ago, that when he got drafted, he kissed his boyfriend and smashed cake in each other's face. You know what I mean? He didn't. That wasn't that. This dude just had been playing, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gay. It is what it is." Blah blah.
I think he was on The Bachelor.
The Bachelor.
Who?
I said I think he was on The Bachelor, the TV show The Bachelor. the guy that ended up being gay.
Nah, I don't think so. He played for the Raiders though. He still might play for the Raiders. You know what I mean? But I mean,
and I think that's the problem because there's not enough people like saying, "Hey, you know, like not that it should matter. I'm playing a sport."
Fucking cares.
But this,
star,
I'm not asking
You know why I like
Tom Brady what he likes. Like,
you know why I like Bo Jackson?
That's your business.
Because I like the kind of people he slept with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I like Bo Jackson.
It's irrelevant, really.
You know why I like Michael Jordan? Because I thought it was cool that he had sex with women.
Because I know a lot of you got little kinks out there that I wouldn't agree with, and I don't want to know. You're entitled to them, but I don't want to know.
So I think there's a basketball player that, because of whatever his sexual preferences and stories people have heard, that he's not in the NBA. And somebody out of their mind, if they could tell me that he shouldn't be in the NBA playing right now.
That's so sad.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we talking about Dwight Howard. You know what I mean? People are so worried about personal shit or whatever. I'm talking about, listen, even the Celtics who are going at it tonight. You know what I'm saying? If they had Dwight Howard coming off the bench, come on, any team. Yeah. That dude is still there.
He's still good?
That shouldn't matter.
How old is Dwight Howard, do you think? How old is he?
If I'm going to guess, I think he might be 34, 35.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, he's still got a few years left.
He's still a snack.
He's probably the same age as, what's his name? Al Horford. You know what I mean?
Dang.
But he's still capable, dog. But I mean, that's just, you know, when people said they put this stamp on you. You know, I remember Cordell Stewart, I guess he was caught in a car once or twice with a trans or whatever, and or a prostitute, male prostitute, something.
Well, okay.
And when it came, the knowledge became, and this was a few years back, he was a quarterback for the Pittsburgh. When knowledge came out of that, right, they were saying that there were players that were blocking that for him or whatever that stopped blocking for him. They was letting them get smashed and whatever, shit like that. So this is allegedly whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying that's just how shit be. You people hear people politically correct saying, hey, it wouldn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, but then when it goes down, it goes down.
Which is stupid because that's your team, you dumbasses.
You know what I mean? So you can't say, man, I hate motherfuckers and all that shit. We ain't in that realm. But when it comes to music, so way back with Johnny Mathis and other guys, all the way up to hip hop and different things I've seen and done, that's always been there, like where, oh, this one's this or this one's that, or forever. You feel me? But now we're in that social media era or whatever, where there's cameras and cameras and recorders like everywhere. See what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I spoke before, dudes is posting with me in the background at the supermarket. Like, you know what I mean? Dudes like, I didn't even talk to him. Yeah, guess what? Seen today and Stop and Shop. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
if you're looking for Big Shug, he's in aisle 3.
You never know. Like today, that's what people do. You know what I mean? Before, remember, it used to be secretive. People be in jail, and they would be like, they'll tell on. They heard a story from their cellmate, and then they tell to get less time or cut their sentence, whatever, like that. And now today, everybody knows that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like the one person that might have been privy to that information, now everyone's like, oh, you know, yo, we all know that. You know what I mean? So it's what we live in, man. It's just, you know, and me myself, you know, I really believe in, like, you know, I don't really give a, you know, too much about that. I don't care about that, because as we live in our parameters of our life and what we got to do, you know what I'm saying? It's not really affecting us. You know, like your decisions and your choices, what you do, your choices you make are what you make. But us, and I'm speaking for all of us, because I know in our day-to-day lives, that shit ain't phasing. You know, we still doing what we're going to do. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. That was a nice one.
Bing, 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 bing.
That was good. So yeah, Busta Rhymes, I don't think so. Well, what do I know? But not if if there was an answer, if someone knew the correct answer and there was money on the line, I would say no. He's probably
Me
not.
too.
Final answer.
Yeah. So we touched on basketball just a little bit. So
we could touch on basketball a lot.
We can touch on basketball. Pause.
Oh boy, bring Angel on.
Rest in peace.
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead. You
Are
had
you a basketball fan?
yeah.
You, Tanya?
I watch it.
She watches it. She's not a I wouldn't say you're a diehard fan or anything.
Ever since the Knicks back in the day, I stopped watching.
what-
I just recently
so-
started watching it again.
Well, see, what happened to me
when
is I never stopped liking the Knicks as a team. Just on paper, like they'd be like, "Oh, what's your favorite team?" And I would just always say the Knicks, even though I stopped watching them after that whole, what's his name, Tim Dolan when he owned the team.
Yeah.
It just destroyed that team. And
Let me tell you something.
go ahead.
No, you can go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And then I went from still liking the Knicks as a team, but I started really following LeBron James. I just was like, I'm just gonna watch this guy because I think he's really interesting to watch. I'm just like kind of like when I was a kid, I didn't like the Bulls, but I liked Michael Jordan. So it's kind of like the same thing. Like I followed this one guy over here when I was a kid, and now as an adult, I still like this team over here, but I'm paying more attention to this one guy here.
So here's my thing, right? My thing was like, so okay, I'm old enough to have been around the last time the Knicks won their championship, and then to know that like damn, they had players like these teams. I'm like you. I was always a Boston Celtics fan from the gate. You know what I'm saying? When I really started understanding what they were and what it was all about. So that might have started with Havlicek, rest in peace. Havlicek, who was on that team back then too, man? Dave Cowens, those guys. That's when it started for me knowing really what this was and what, you know. But I always been a Celtics fan from the gate. But they're not these players. I was fans of their teams as well because of certain players. Like Washington had Wes Unseld, rest in peace. New York had Clyde Frazier and Earl of Pearl Monroe, and Willis Reed. These are I like that because of that. The game itself has so many players. And I would be remiss if I don't say this as we speak basketball. First and foremost, rest in peace to the great Jerry West. Jerry West, people don't know, he was the great basketball player in the 60s, 70s. Might have started in the 50s. In college, he was, I think, three-time player of the year. He played his whole career for the Los Angeles Lakers. He went to the finals 9 times and won once. And we know what team used to beat him all the time. He came at the wrong time because the Celtics beat them several times.
He won.
He was also.
He won. I mean, I know it's the same team and all, but was he L.A. Lakers or Minnesota Lakers?
L.A.
Oh, okay.
You know, and so he also was.
So Kareem was Minnesota Lakers then, and then he brought the team to L.A.
Kareem played for Milwaukee and then got traded to Los
Milwaukee.
Angeles.
That's what it was, Milwaukee. I knew he played in the Midwest. Yeah.
But Jerry West was an all-star. I think every 14-year career, I believe. He went to the finals 9 times. He was the only player ever to win. He only won 1 championship, but he was the only player to ever win Most Valuable Player on a losing team. Right. He was all NBA. He was executive. He became a great executive after his career was over as a player. A coach, a brief stint as a coach, but then he became executive of the year twice. And he was a member of building the NBA up, man. He's the logo, the NBA logo. When you see NBA and the basketball players slashing, that's Jerry West. He also helped create with the Clippers. Had some power moves where people didn't know. Because at one point, I just found this out, Golden State wanted to trade Klay Thompson for Kevin Love. And he was like, if you do that, that's going to, not going to be the thing, whatever. And so they didn't do it. And the rest of it
he said that's not going to be the thing.
That's not going to be Sid. So, yeah, number 44.
Rest in peace.
What do you think about that? You think that's a number? See, I don't think they'll retire his number because he's already ingrained forever in the logo. So I doubt they retire his number.
Jerry West, man. He was great. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's like the people that came through when Michael Jordan was playing, and they couldn't win no championships. He came through with the great teams of Boston, with Bill Russell and Cousy and all them guys. Like, so he couldn't get through them. So, but rest in peace.
I forget.
He was great.
I know we talked about it a few times, but I forget if you actually watched it. Did you watch that Showtime series, the Lakers?
Only a couple of them. Like, remember, because that's how I knew about the club in there. And when Jerry Buss made the club,
yeah,
and he built the club, and the players would go there, and then Dana Barros elaborated on the show. He said when dudes would go to Cali, because all this took more meaning when you did see I saw a couple of those episodes.
Yeah.
When Magic was drafted, and Norm Nixon, they was at a party, and they played one-on-one, and Norm Nixon was clowning him. Like, and then he told his father he wasn't sure if he was ready. Yeah, I seen quite a bit of that. But the Dana Barros part was when he said when they would play L.A., everybody get dressed quick and run upstairs to go, excuse me, because they wanted to go to the club. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was
yeah, you should watch that show. That show was great.
Yeah,
but anyway, the guy who plays Jerry West is awesome on that show. And so yeah, rest in peace, Jerry West. Rest
in peace, Jerry West, man.
Also, rest in peace to the career of Joey Chestnut.
Oh boy,
Joey Chestnut. They're saying Joey Chestnut can't compete in the hot dog eating contest anymore. He's not allowed.
Why not? Because he eats too many?
They found out he knew Busta Rhymes.
Oh boy, the danger zone.
No, they're saying he signed some.
I can't co-sign that. Bust you, my man, son.
He signed that.
He signed a contract to be a spokesperson for a vegetarian meat product. So supposedly competes against.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So the company he endorsed, an idiot. The company he endorses is the direct competitor of who's the hot dog company?
Nathan's, I believe.
Nathan's, which puts on that world famous hot dog eating contest.
I don't know if he's an idiot because he's won like 16 in a row.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if it's in a row. He won 16.
What you do is so the competitor asks you, hey, Joey Chestnut, we'll give you $1 million to be our spokesman for blah 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 hot dogs, and you go to Nathan's and say, listen, Nathan's, these people are offering me $1 million to be their spokesperson. Give me $1,001,001, and we'll keep it in the family.
Well, the problem is that if you win the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, I don't think you're their spokesperson.
No.
You just won the contest.
No, but I'm saying if a company approaches me to be the spokesman for their company, I'm gonna go to the other company before I sign the deal and say that I've been fucking with for 16 years. I'm gonna go and say, hey, listen, guys. These people want to give me a payday. Do you want to do it? Do you want to at least match this payday? And then whatever happens after that, it's not. To me, it's not shady.
Yeah, I feel like his profession is eating food. So like, I'm not gonna be mad at him because like now he has a contract to eat some other kind of food.
Yeah, I ain't mad.
Maybe he's tired of eating hot dogs.
Listen, you can say it. No, but you know what though? So Joey Chestnut is probably rich off of eating hot dogs. You know what I mean? So that's the crazy thing. So because the only person
he might have some heart problems, and the doctor told him he got high cholesterol. He gonna need to cut out that red meat.
Well, here's the thing. What's the name? So if he lost, the last time he lost was to that Kobayashi guy. You know what I mean? And that was like a long, long time ago. But we're talking about these dudes eating 72 hot dogs with the bun. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's like crazy, man. They got to come out some way.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Inflamed digestion.
I see. It's funny you said that because I saw in passing online something about Joey Chestnut, so that probably was what it was. You know,
yeah, taking it away.
When you say Joey Chestnut, you got to say it fast like that. Then you don't have to say pause, because if you say Joey Chestnut,
it
then
sounds
you
like a porn star name.
Yeah,
Charlotte, Pete though.
Charlotte Chestnut.
But the fact that we're even on that basketball, so we must say first and foremost, Boston Celtics play tonight. They're up 2-0. Kristaps Porzingis is hurt. It's possible he might not play, but I don't know if they even need him like that. They just have to keep on pushing. They go back to Dallas now. Tonight's game is in Dallas, so everyone should be glued and watching that, which I probably will, and I will be watching that as well. So I'm behind them, and I let's go Celtics, and should be a good game, man. Hopefully, I mean, it's the third game, so we'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
Hey, Shug, have you ever seen this Banana Ball League?
Huh?
Have you ever seen this this league, the Savannah Bananas? Have you ever heard of this before?
Nah, son.
Bro, it's the best. It's the Harlem Globetrotters do baseball.
Eating bananas.
No.
But who?
It's the Harlem Globetrotters basically. It's basically the Harlem Globetrotters for baseball, and they've been popular for I don't know. I heard about them maybe like a decade ago. I don't know, but they just sold out Fenway Park, and I thought that was
Oh
pretty
man,
crazy.
I wish we knew they were playing.
That's like 40. That's like 40,000 seats.
That looks like a good time.
Yeah, so I just didn't know if you ever heard it.
Now that you said that, I don't have all the information for it, but that one of the greatest upsets supposedly in all times was that the United States men won the cricket championship. And outside of here, cricket, I guess, is a huge sport.
Yeah.
And
Like soccer.
USA won, and they said that's comparable to the 1980 Olympic team upset and a few others. I don't know, because I didn't follow it. But
USA.
that was something they wasn't supposed to win.
Well, good for them.
So
Shout out to them.
Look how cool Americans made cricket. We took cricket and we mixed it with, there was another English game. I forget what it was called, but we took cricket and that game and we're like,
Bobby Polo.
America, and baseball came out of it. Bang. That's what happened.
Also, as we speak right now, the Tom Brady celebration is going on at Gillette Stadium.
Yep, the Hall induction to the Hall of Fame.
Patriots.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. This is Tom Brady night completely. So in the stadium, the whole thing, what they're gonna do, they got comedians, performances. What else is going on? Former teammates speaking and everything. This is like you had to buy tickets for it, which whatever, man. I think Tom Brady is the great. They also declared in the state of Massachusetts, the governor declared today as Tom Brady Day. You know what I'm saying? So
do we get it off from work next year?
see.
Like we get Patriots Day and then we get Tom Brady Day. Because if that's the case, go Brady.
You got to pick them off days, like Big Shug, like Myster DL. You got to pick them off days. Be like, yeah, I got that. Tom Brady Day.
So I couldn't remember the name of the sport. So the sports that baseball were created from was a sport called cricket, which we know, and rounders. It was a game called rounders, and it became. And here's another fact I learned today. Dang, check this fact out.
Go nerd.
The Reds, the Yankees. Then they became the Yankees in like 1901 or whatever, but before they were the Yankees, they were the Baltimore Orioles. Isn't that crazy? That's some crazy shit. And the Chicago White Stockings became they were all called the Red Stockings, White Stockings, Gray Stockings. The Chicago White Stockings became not the Chicago White Sox, but the Chicago Cubs. And it's all fucked up. It was all, I was reading all this shit. I was like, holy shit. So anyway, that was my history of the day.
His geek out moment.
I mean, we believe in you. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, now you know something new too.
Go. I'm for real. Yeah, 100%. I ain't gonna disagree with that. But yeah, man. It's been a sports moment. You got anything else popping in hip hop?
Yeah, hip hop. We got Sexyy Red got arrested for getting in a fight at the airport, which is always. There's a lot of rappers getting in fights at airports. We got Jim Jones body slamming the shit out of those guys a few weeks ago. We had.
So hold up. You said that Sexyy Red got arrested for rapping?
Yeah, she got arrested for rapping about her butthole on the radio.
Go ahead, man.
So I also saw a thing where Sexyy Red was invited to either a junior high or high school. I think it was probably a junior high to like speak in front of in like an assembly. Sexyy Red for some reason, and the kids, they just weren't prepared for that. And I don't know if they didn't know she was coming or what, but they all rushed her. And I was like, yeah. They weren't prepared for that. Like, they probably never seen a celebrity before. And that's a celebrity that they actually fucking look up to. It's not like it's like, oh, Brad Pitt's here, and they're like, oh, my grandmother loves you, like
my grandmother. Ouch.
You know what I'm saying?
Ouch.
Their grandmother's
Could've been
35.
It could have been like
Hey,
alien.
Leo pulls 22-year-old. So
Hey, it could have been. All the kids were like, "Hey, look, it's alien life form," and just rush. Who knows?
No,
You know what I mean?
So there's a lot of rappers that got in fights at airports. Off the top of my head, there's so many. There's we just said Jim Jones, that was recent. Sexyy Red, that was today or yesterday. The Tekashi 6ix9ine when he was on his "I'm going city to city" telling gangsters that they can't
tell
fuck
me.
with me tour. He got in a fight at LAX. He's not a rapper, but dang, I'm spacing on his name. Faison Love got in a fight at an airport with a guy working the desk, like the rental car company. He fucking slapped the shit out of this guy. It was pretty funny.
Let me tell you something.
But
all the traveling we did, and certain instances we ran into, we could never get them to be like, the airports, different shit. It never happened. Like, I mean, I'm saying, so Gordon, my man, shout out to the biggest Gordon. That's my man. He's handling life right now. But biggest Gordon was our road manager. And Freddie Fox would be with us or whatever. And certain things would arise that maybe in another situation with other people, maybe it was going to be a beef. You know what I mean? But like, they would never interact. Like the people that we might have had a problem that worked for the airport or whatever, there was always a little bit of shit talked, and then it stopped there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One time, like, let me give you a story. One time, this dude is yelling at his wife, screaming on her in his language or whatever. Me and Gordon, and it seems like it's a group of guys and these women. It seemed like they could have been Arabic or something. I'm not sure. Middle Eastern for sure. And dude was yelling and saying something, and I get up on one side of him, and Gordon's on the other side. And we both were like, yo, man, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, he's screaming on his wife heavy. And your man looks at me, looks at him, the rest of them is just looking at us, but nobody popped off. And another instance, situation, could have been a fight, you see what I'm saying, in the airport, because it's where it took place. So it's crazy, man. Like, we could never get that.
So the one, I said it here on a podcast, the thing before too, the one place you can get a fight anywhere, man. Get in a fight in the bathroom at the club, get in a fight at the zoo, get in a fight at the fucking beach.
Dude, that's rough.
You do not want to get in a fight at the airport or on an airplane. It is the only place in this country where you have zero rights. Like, it doesn't matter what you say or what someone said that really happened. Once those people on that airplane have decided that you are getting off of this airplane, it's like when a baseball player gets called out on strikes and he argues with the umpire. I've been watching baseball for 40 years. I've never once seen the umpire go, okay. All right, hold on, come back. That's never happened. That's basically your rights on an airplane. Like you in the airport, and that's obviously post 9/11 that has happened. But we're watching the Sexyy Red footage right now of her fighting in the airport, and it looks like men in her entourage are fighting with someone, and then Sexyy Red picks up a post and starts clonking people with it, and then someone hits her, knocks her out or down. I mean, not out. And then she gets right up, goes back for it. But it's like, what are you doing? What are you do? Oh, she just snatched her wig off.
Yo, here's the crazy part.
The danger zone.
Here's the crazy part about that, right? The crazy part about that is that's what we're talking about, social media and everything. They're filming this shit happening, right? Yeah. They're filming it. Whereas, like Tupac.
Well, actually, it's somebody in security looks like is filming the security cam, the live footage of it happening.
Because they work security at LAX or whatever this is, make $60,000 a year, and are gonna sell this footage right here for $250,000.
That's what I'm saying to you. Like, the Tupac thing. That's the only time you really seen like a famous rapper or whatever person actually in a beef for real, like wilding out, like, you know what I mean, on some shit. So seeing her like that, that's like, you know, and a lot of people think that his death and a few other things came after that. But man, you know, first of all, man, when you're the one rocking anyway today and whatever, the way things are, the way the people get killed and all that, yo, that's why you got security and people's around you now. Because you let them handle all that, man. Go take your ass somewhere, man.
This is the problem. This is the problem with rappers though, and their security. Their security is, yo, my homie Jeff is a gangster. He's a fucking G. He fucks people up. He packs guns. He did 12 years for murder. He's gonna be my security. And I'm like, nah, bro. Your Jeff is going to cause you 90% of your fucking problems. It already sounds like to me.
And your money.
That, yeah, Jeff might be a solid dude for this. If it goes down, it might be good that Jeff is there. But trust me, it's going down because Jeff is there.
Right. Because being physical, wild, and strong has nothing to do with the mental aspect of being a bouncer or security.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was a bouncer quite some time coming up, you know, these clubs and shit like that. And very seldom was it really about getting physical with someone. You know what I'm saying? It was already like you might look the part already. And then it's like, I'm always trying to talk to you. Like, I was never like trying to grab you, even though you had some overzealous people around me that might have been like that a little bit, you know, but they still was my dudes. We was rocking. But me, I was never. And I'm like, yo, listen, I'm going to tell you what. You got a couple of situations here, man. You know, dude's going to beat you down. Right? For you being stupid, or you could just like bounce, kid. You kicked out. I mean, it was shit like that, you know? I mean, when I was in the streets, that's a country, but when I was in the streets with my homies and all that, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes be a dude talking some shit to the wrong person. And he don't know, like, we 30 deep up in this house party, right? And I've even been back then in them days. Listen, dog, you talking to him like, you need to, man, fuck all your light skin and none of y'all. After that,
you might not be scared of none of us, but there's 75 of us.
You know what I mean? Hey, listen, DL, I'm young. I would literally explain to a real quick story, man. You know, I got a million, but this girl that was a sister of one of my mans. We had this party 30 deep, at least. Maybe at least. This is some teenage shit, you know, house party shit.
Yeah.
Dude, like, try to grab her butt or something, and then she was like,
a good idea.
He said to him, listen, yo, don't do that, don't disrespect me, whatever. He started getting loud. Yo, she told him, she knows she is Felicia, man, you know you are. She told him, listen, I'm telling you now, just go leave. Hey, can I hear y'all say something?
Yo, the Danger Zone podcast.
I guess your sister might hear you. But anyway, so Felicia's telling this dude, listen, man, you just need to go on right now with him. Oh, you know, bitch, this and that.
Oh boy.
Next thing you know, they're passing this dude around the party. Like passed him around and threw him out of the window. We on the second floor. Like, I'm telling you, that's how real. I mean, it was
Allegedly.
straight. There was cabbage patch stomping. He was getting like all kinds of getting past, and then all of a sudden you see him go out the window. Boom. Right? So that I'm just saying, like, damn, it was years always like trying to talk to people and let them know, listen, this can go, man, a wrong way real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go. And then you get the people that think that you're doing that because you're scared of something.
Yeah. And then it's like, and then it's trying to, there is that, and then there's sometimes trying to talk your own people down, not even the other people, your own people, because it's like, all right, bro, yeah, you're right. We could beat up these 5 guys. Yeah, you're right. But when we're not gonna be able to win against the police when they show up.
That part. That part.
Remember Drees we had on the show, man. Shout out to International Drees. Remember I said that we had a brawl going on with these bouncers at this club at the release party, and he was knocking out cops for sport. Bow. And
no, but it's definitely not a good idea to continue to beef with the police.
Like, so let me tell you, he's knocking them out. So we're in this bar, this club. There was a gangster, I think one of them release parties. That's when I first did Militia, because all the rappers was there. Everybody of the day was there. Queen Latifah, her mom, shout out to them. Everybody was there. Plus the,
Didn't we interview this guy?
huh?
Didn't we interview this guy? You said International Drees from MOP?
Yeah, Drees. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So Drees, I might have mentioned it on that show, but so they're coming down. The beef started, and what beef with MOP, all what beef with security, like, you know, getting at them. And then cops come down. It's almost like you had to come down a bulkhead to go in this spot. It was some different spot. You had to go in. So as they were coming in, my man Drees like, plah, plah, plah. He's dropping the shit out of them. Guess what? At one point, and there's a brawl going on the whole time. I'm catching chumps. My man Bo, MOP, it's wild up in there. It's just bedlam. And then all of a sudden, like 50 cops come down that little ass hole. Like they come down there, I'm talking about tons of that. And the next, you know, my man Drees was hog tied. You know what I mean? Because they do know how to hog tie people.
I don't know how to hog tie people.
Oh, they had, and he's bigger than me. He's a big dude.
Oh, okay.
But then the numbers crazy. So it was like, you know, so like just to add on what you were saying, there'd be a minute or two, but before you know, you about to be outnumbered, you know, by them cops. You know what I mean? So.
The last, we got two hip hop related. So I'll do mine first. Will Smith, post slap Will Smith, dropped his first movie and he did great. Bad Boys 4. Bad Boys 4 did the second best of all the Bad Boy movies.
Wasn't it 100 million?
I'm not even sure, really. I could look it up, though. But, yeah, what do you think about that? Like, is he back? Do you think he lived this down? Are people always just going to talk about it? What do you think? I think they're always going to talk about it.
Let me tell you something. In the words of the great Jim Carrey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, right, on some real shit. So the thing that made
56 million. Nope.
Will Smith even to make a comeback but never really even be gone was the fact that because he slapped dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so what I mean is, so the thing you're being remembered for is slapping Chris Rock. It's like, okay, you're gonna have those people that be like, that's crazy shit. Then you're gonna be like, oh, Chris Rock's a bitch. You know what I mean? So that's not gonna, people who were ever saying that was gonna damage him, to me, that was never gonna be enough to damage Will Smith.
Yeah.
Then it shows you too, the franchise still has power. Of him and my Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Bad people, like, just think of all this stuff that went on all this time that went by and everything. They're still in, like, there's still an audience that wanted to see Bad Boys again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's something else in itself. You know what I mean?
Will Smith's a mega star. And I know he's not a mega star, but he should be. But Martin Lawrence is one of the most talented people, in my opinion, one of the most talented people ever in Hollywood. He was an A-list stand-up comedian. He could have stopped there and been a legend. Like he could have been an absolute legend if he just stopped there. But then he went on TV and on a bootleg network was competing with like fucking Friends and shit. And then he went and did an A-list. He was an A-list fucking movie star.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question though too. So when you say that, so who would you say is another comedian that you would say is probably in the top same shit actor, whatever, or entertainer? Is there another one you would say?
I would say Jamie Foxx, but I wouldn't say Jamie Foxx was an A-list comedian, but he was I'm saying Martin Lawrence was an A-list comedian.
He was on in Living Color.
Right,
Eddie Murphy.
So he was,
Eddie Murphy was, you know, the
he was an A-list.
Eddie Murphy was the Blueprint.
He was an A-list comedian though. Like,
Wasn't Richard Pryor be the Blueprint?
Of course, come on.
Richard Pryor, I think,
because he was in movies.
Yeah,
he was a comedian.
Was he on TV? I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know if Richard Pryor.
Well, he doesn't have to be on TV,
but he was a star. He was in hit movies.
Yeah, he's a hit
He used to be on some specials and shit. But here's the thing:
he was in Superman. Hello.
No, he was in. I'm not saying. I'm just asking. Yeah.
But he used to be on this show called Flip Wilson and all these shows back in the '70s. Like he was on shows. But here's the thing: what you just said. So Martin Lawrence was a stand-up comedian. Now, Jamie Foxx was doing stand-up comedy, but not as long as like how Mark was doing it. See, shit was more more things going on by the time Jamie Foxx started doing that, because that's how he got in it. He was doing stand-up comedy. And then he got in. But both of those dudes created impactful TV shows.
Yeah.
Right? And sayings on their shows that people use till to this day, and characters that are non-forgettable. You see what I'm saying?
Like, like Budweiser bit Martin, remember? What's up? What's up? With that Budweiser shit? That was Martin. Martin was doing that shit like 7 years before that shit.
Hey, Martin was the one who came out with Talk to the Hand.
Yeah.
That came from that show. You know what I mean? Talk to the Hand. How many people did that? That's Martin Lawrence. Like,
what's her
name? Come on, man.
Shanae.
That's even crazy. That's even crazy when you think about that. Talk to the Hand was Martin Lawrence show. You know what I mean? Hey, how many people were doing that? You know? Then that shit went gay. Oh shit. But I mean, it took its little turn. But man, Martin, man. But to go back to what you were saying, the movie, I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna watch it. Have you seen it?
I know we're gonna watch it.
We're gonna watch it though.
Definitely.
I like both of those guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see.
I don't condone the slap.
That whole Will Smith shit didn't make me dislike Will Smith. It just made me feel bad for him. Like that's all that did for me. And yeah, I do think Chris Rock probably. You know, everyone's like, oh, he shouldn't have done anything. He shouldn't have done anything. I'm like, yeah, maybe not, but he still went backstage. He could have done something back there.
I don't know. He was just trying to take the high ground is what we tell everybody to do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or he could have caught up with him if it was like that. You know what I mean? It could definitely.
Chris Rock is not trying to be from the streets, and he's okay with his man.
No, but I'm not saying you have to be from the streets. I'm just saying you have to. You should go and talk to this motherfucker and be like, yo,
hey,
and be ready to fight him though.
He ain't Martin Luther Rock. You know what I mean?
Brother.
I'm just saying, if it happened to, if Will Smith went up on stage and smacked fucking who's someone we don't like, we would all be like, that guy's a fucking pussy. Facts. If it was, I don't know, who's someone we all don't like.
I think that I don't want to shit on Chris Rock for taking the high road. Like, I get it. Like, yes, I don't know what I would have done, but like, I'm not gonna shit on him for like doing what he did either. like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not. Like,
hey, listen.
Yes, Big Shug. Big Shug.
So you don't know what you would have did.
Big Shug.
You don't know what you would have did if somebody slapped the shit out of you?
On that platform where I'm like in an award, like I don't know what
I would be so.
I don't know what my reaction would be.
I would be so enraged and embarrassed in the moment that I absolutely would 100% have fought Will Smith at the Oscars.
I don't know.
And
that's what I mean.
And it sucks, but I think it's like everyone's like, "Oh, Chris Rock just was professional, bro." If he would have slapped Will Smith back, no one in Hollywood
would have been like, "Oh."
No one in Hollywood would have been like, "Can't fuck with Chris Rock anymore. He's bad news." No, they would have been like, "He got slapped and he slapped the guy back."
No,
like,
I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
And the fact that you say taking the high road possibly. So why did his brother come out and say, yo, if he had did that to me, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. They probably said to their own brother. Yo, dude,
but if everyone's talking shit about your brother, you might just be like, yeah, I would have done this too. Like, I'll just say this. In situations in my life where I thought I would have reacted in a violent way, I have not. So I'm just saying, I really don't know how I would have reacted.
I recently, 2 days ago, acted in a violent way.
How about slapping?
So I know that it's still.
You still got that.
Yeah, I know that it's still in me and that I can't turn it off. And no matter how old I get and how much I know it should be turned off many years ago, I just cannot turn it off. And I can't imagine if that happened to me. If I saw him walking up, I would have been like, oh, I would have 100% thought he was joking around. Cool. Until he actually hit me, and then I would have had cartoon steam.
It would have been
coming out of my ears. I'm like,
start seeing. He was the Hulk. Here he comes.
He was so caught off guard. This is the lame part of the caught off guardness. He was so caught off guard. Is like, you know, it wasn't part of the show. Yeah. So part of you is thinking like, is this some funny shit they're gonna do?
I thought,
right? You know what I mean? But when he got close enough, first of all, he had to get close enough and to pull his arm back to slap fire at him. So once you did that shit, what was he gonna slap you in the arm?
And those are
Like, what was
long arms. He went
That's what
way
I'm
back.
saying. It's like he went into motion. Why? He was already, I mean, come on, man.
And sometimes when
You know
those
what I'm
things
saying?
happening, like literally, it's like slow mo.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm gonna tell you. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like DL said. I'm gonna try to tell you something.
I might have.
If someone's slapping me, first of all, the only way you're really slapping me like that, if I didn't see you.
Let me
know what
ask
I
you:
mean?
if it was a punch, is it more or less disrespectful?
Of course, a slap is disrespectful. You know why?
It's like
Because
dueling.
a punch, I could put you out. You're gonna be out. You could be out. So that's it. A slap is like, yo, I slapped the shit out of you. Now what? A slap.
The slap is an invitation to a fight.
A slap is now what? So I mean, a punch is lights out.
Ooh.
That shit is now what? You see what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Yeah.
Especially if someone slaps you and they look at you. They slap you.
Dead
and they
in your
just looking at
face.
you.
Dead
You
in your
already
face.
know. If that happens behind the wall, you already know what the rest of your sentence is about. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, that's a tough one to live down. Oh, I'm I'm practicing peace.
Listen,
Yeah, you are.
don't know.
I
You
took-
don't know what kind of
Yo, you
demons that
put-
man has inside him.
You are a piece. That's what's happening.
So you in prison, someone slapped the shit out of you in front of everybody, you're gonna say, hey, well, I'm gonna take the high ride. And they'll be like, no, you ain't. No, the high road. You're like, no, you don't. You about to take the low road.
So
Come on, man.
on the screen right now,
Oh, yeah.
on the screen right now, you guys are watching the top 5 best knockouts from a slap. Look at these guys getting knocked out.
No,
my
if you get
God.
knocked out, for getting
like
slapped,
these
that's
guys
even,
are getting like
I can see like people think, oh, how could you get
Ouch.
knocked out for being slapped? If you can get knocked out from a punch, your bones in your palm are pretty strong, and it's a wider surface with more area. Like it's a little bit more area to hit with. So
There's a
to me,
couple-
I don't think it's that crazy.
well, they tell you when you have nails that that's how you should like attack.
Because
You
it-
there's
kinda
a
go
press,
this way,
there are pressure
too.
points too.
Yeah.
That side of your face, there's pressure points over there.
Yeah.
So if a dude power slapping you, that's why them dudes getting. Think about it. They get to go back. They count 1, 2, and it's
like a wind up.
Step,
Like,
Oh,
it's a step.
and then the dust that where they put the powder on their hands, so like goes flying when
Hey,
they
yo,
slap them.
and some of them dudes be like, yo, I eat that. I like that. I'll be like, damn, he slapped fire.
This guy
Then after-
measured. He went, hold up, I'm gonna hit you right here.
And then one dude got disqualified because
See-
you're not supposed to dip, and the dude brought it back down near his leg. Right, he went down and slapped him, so he's disqualified. Well, come on, man.
see when it's one-on-one, like they're doing the thing, I can see, all right, these people, they know they're just slapping each other, and it probably pisses you off a little bit when it's one-on-one. I feel like what gets you going is the crowd going, oh, and that gets you mad. You're like, oh.
But you see when they try to get up and stuff, though.
This
Maybe
was
y'all
funny
like
because
this
it was like a very short man, and
It's
the other
like,
guy
dude,
was
you're
like
slapped
huge.
out. Dude, you can't get up. And they give you a few seconds to try to get up, and dude, you can't get up. You know what I mean? But they give you that little bar to hold on to, though.
They had the whole bottle of NyQuil. Ooh, that one looked like a punch. That one was
So,
hard.
the last story that we have, well, that I have at least, is your story. You're talking about there's an old big fat booty on the market again. Who is it?
Yeah, I don't know. The rumor is that Nicki Minaj is no longer with her husband, right? Because they were married.
Isn't he a pedophile?
I do not know anything about that, but she put out a video on her social media, and she sounds like she's like, I don't know if it's intoxicated or maybe she's on some like sleep medication.
She on that
But-
lean.
It's like
That codeine.
it's a very sad tone, and she's like talking about like childbirth and like props to all the moms out there, and I don't know, it just has a very like sad tone to it. So I don't know what Nicki's going through, but I hope she has a good support system in her inner circle. I know her fans are like worried about her.
I don't know. That lean shit, is that what she's on?
I don't
Is that what you
know.
said? It sounded like she was on, or did I say that?
No, you just said that.
Oh, okay.
That's how rumors start.
That's how rumors start. That shit's
the
expensive.
danger zone. Is it?
Cup of that shit's like $1,500
What?
for a cup of that. Yeah. for like not even a cup that you buy. Like it's just a little bit to fill your styrofoam cup. When you see these rappers with the styrofoam cup with the lean in it, that is mixed with another drink, Sprite probably mostly, but just the mixture that's inside that cup is like 1,500, seven to 1,500 bucks. Yeah, it's like wow. I was like, oh my god. So
that's
it's crazy too.
Purchase price of their car. I'm sure.
We were speaking on earlier. The wild part, like a real last Diddy type thing.
Yeah.
I thought about that he had an honorary doctorate or degree from Howard University.
Oh yeah,
they took that from him and they gave him his $1 million donation back. You know they ain't playing like that.
They said crazy. Return to sender.
Yep, they said take your $1 million back, plus give us our cap and gown back. You know what I mean?
Remember when Charles Woodson won the Heisman Trophy and they were at Charles Woodson, right? Yeah. They were at the ESPY Awards and Norm Macdonald was the host and he's like, Charles Woodson, well, I think he was like the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy, or something like that. And he's like, you're the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy and no one can ever take that away from you unless you kill your wife. I was like, holy shit.
Hey, and guess what? Under the assumption of them saying that OJ killed his wife, he has his Heisman Trophy. They didn't take that from him.
Yeah, they did. I mean? They took his Heisman. He got it back.
So they seized it, but not like how they take it away from you. But like the Heisman has taken it away from people.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like in the record books,
man. Yeah, his shit was like, and then they gave Reggie Bush his shit back. So.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all that I have. You got anything else? You went to the Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York City. Puerto Rico.
I just went to the great experience. Shout out to everyone who did the 116th Festival, the parade, Salsa Sundays at Orchard Beach, like having the best time. I was with my mom and my goddaughter. So I really had a great time and it was peaceful and beautiful and the weather was lovely. So thank you to everybody out there who acted appropriately and let everybody else enjoy it. It was really nice.
Oh yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Joe.
Faux show. And that's all I got. So I think that might be that time of the week and get my sound effects ready for that guy or girl or theys.
This week.
The danger zone.
This week. Stupido.
Uh-oh.
Stupido as hell, right? You know what I'm saying? So give him the Puerto Rican version. What will we say, Tanya?
How do you say? Stupid as hell, Puerto Rico. Stupido el fuego.
Estúpido.
Oh yeah, estúpido.
I think mine was better. El stupido el fuego.
Oh, yours is better.
No, stupido. No.
Fire dumb fire.
So, this story has happened a little bit while ago, but it's still like stupid as hell. So hold on. This couple, man, they went to a jewelry store, and hold on, they went to a jewelry store. Suspected diamond thieves get away, but they got stuck in the elevator. Police say Leroy Bridgman, 57, and Marcy Young, 61, tried to steal jewelry from the Diamonds Rock in Kenwood, Ohio. Surveillance video shows a man who investigators say is Bridgman smashed through the front door and used a crowbar and screwdriver to unlock a second door. He took for the right showcase to break into. He grabbed what he could, and you can see in the film that he's trying to pull some rings and pendants, things out. Police are coming. You can tell he is trying to quickly get out of the building. Store owner Mike Lane told the TV station. Investigators say Bridgman and Young tried to make it to the getaway vehicle going down the stairwell, but hold on now. But it wasn't. They weren't able to do so. So therefore, they took the elevator. They jumped on the elevator. They had stole like $86,000 or so in jewelry, and the elevator got stuck. So of course, by them being stuck on the elevator, they feel like they stashed the jewelry in the ceiling of the elevator. You know what I mean? Like that, what, you're gonna go back later and get it? So as they got out, they were apprehended and arrested, you know, for jewel heist. But it's mad. It's a dumb story. They dumb because they stupid. Because it's like, come on, you know, the plan had to be a little bit more foolproof than that.
And also, like today, there's cameras everywhere. Like even in a jewelry store, like what are you doing?
Ooh, it's got to be tough. It's got to be tough to actually even get it done, but then get away with it. Getting it done to me seems like it's much more obtainable goal to get it done, to rob the people, than to actually get away with it.
Think about this though. They almost got away. Like they had the space time-wise, but then you get stuck on the elevator.
You should have just taken the stairs.
So they were, but then I don't know if they thought that would be better to take the elevator or whatever, because they were taking the stairs, but to get to the car. So this week, Mr. Bridgman, Leroy Bridgman, and Marcy Young, 61.
61. Damn, what are you doing with your life,
that's what I'm
buddy?
saying. Yo, that was that move. That was that. Who's the two women that was like, let's go out crazy?
Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, that was their Thelma and Louise moment. It was like, we're gonna hit this jewelry store. If we get over, we got like about $89,000 street value, and then we can get high and love each other because they both look cuckoo as hell. You know what I mean?
What do you do? Like, go to church on Sundays and be like, hey, by the way, anybody need diamonds? Anybody need diamonds? I got diamonds for sale. It's like, what the fuck?
Or just wear them.
Who's the fence?
Like, yeah, who's the fence? Like,
he's 80.
Where do you even? Yeah, because then if you have a fence already lined up, then you've already fucked up, because you've already committed conspiracy.
Yeah,
now.
you've already involved another person.
You've involved another person, so you're already fucking done for. Because that guy is not gonna fucking stay solid for you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like you're just not gonna do it.
Here's the one thing about jewelry stores, right? And a lot of stores. So they probably have what?
Trick alarms.
Insurance. You know what I mean?
Oh, and insurance. Yeah, that too.
So when that thing's moved out, that's why you will be able to sell your jewelry, because at that point they're like, you know, you haven't heard that, hey, they went to about 2, 3, 4 months only in the movies. 5 months later, they found all the jewelry that was taken from their store. Yeah. Nah, that shit ain't happening.
The world's biggest heist was in Boston. The world's biggest unknown heist, at least, was in Boston. They still don't know.
Was it a Brinks truck?
No, it was all that art from that museum in Boston. They stole like $500 million in art. Yeah, getting away with these crimes it's tough.
Listen,
I believe it was.
If you do get away with it, more power to you in this age of all this like hyper security and like little cameras that fit in like a paper clip. And
there was a Brinks truck. There was a Brinks robbery or something years ago. I believe it was in Atlanta, and so on some $50 million shit or something heavy like that, right? And they never caught that dude, like, ever. You know what I mean?
So on March 18th, 1990, to see if you remember this, Big Show. Actually, you probably weren't even around at this time.
Well, what month?
March 18th, 1990.
Nah, I came back around.
You probably heard about this though, because this was big news.
Wow.
They're still talking about this shit. Like I watched a documentary on this recently. So March 18th, 1990, 2 men dressed as Boston police officers broke into the Isabella Stewart Gardening Museum in Boston and stole 13 masterpieces, including Rembrandt's the
Vermeer.
Well, no, the plundered works are worth an estimated $500 million, and the theft remains the largest unsolved art heist in history.
Oh.
Wow.
So that was in Boston. This was
and if you haven't been to that museum, you should visit it.
33 years ago.
It's a beautiful museum. It's like an indoor-outdoor museum.
Yeah, it's like a rainforest inside there. They have like in the middle of it's all like a rainforest.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Take the garden.
That's one thing
literally.
I've been thinking that's dope too. That you know, like if you're sleeping and you got that just made me think when you said rainforest. just even that sound to me, those shits is dope. Like, you know what I mean? Like the waterfalls and
It's
shit.
Puerto Rico, and you can hear the rain.
Yeah, Puerto Rico has a rainforest, and
That sounds, when you going to sleep, that little shit is that's soothing. You know what I mean? That's,
yeah. I remember we were in Puerto Rico once, and we were at her mom's house, and I was just sitting outside. It was like midnight, and I was just sitting outside smoking, and they're like, "Oh, come inside, watch TV." I'm like, "Nah, I watch TV at home. I'm sitting listening to this jungle." Like I don't have this at home. I'm just gonna hang out here and smoke.
Yeah, I used to like to go to suburban neighborhoods and turn up that Sean P joint loud as hell.
The what?
So,
Sean P?
Sean P. Yeah, you know the one Monkey Boss.
Yeah.
You know when it sounds like the birds and everybody in the jungle. You know, I used to like to turn that shit up loud because you know when people are into hip hop like that, you know they're like, oh, that really is jungle music. You know what I mean? Because you know the song I'm talking about, right?
And that's a great ending to episode
the song with the birds and all that shit. That shit is crazy. That's my joint though. But anyway, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Another one in the books. I got a Red Sox shirt on because I'm still always a Boston fan, even though they ain't doing good. But
unfortunately for you.
You know, it's time for me to get up out of here along with my co-defendants. Damn.
What co-defendants? What are you talking about?
Like,
I'm innocent. I'm innocent, I tell you.
So run.
Boy, the danger zone.
Well,
Harsh.
hey, man, appreciate y'all, man. As always, 117 is in the books. Once again, when we've come together, man, to talk about some things, do a few things. Tell your people, man, we here. This is us. Excuses have no purpose, so don't make them.
Don't make them.
You know what I'm saying? As we grow, we glow. So we're going to try to keep shining. And, you know, check on your people, man. Always check on your people. And even anyone, you know, older people, if they live around you, whatever, just make sure it's cool. Say what's up and see what's going on. But you never know. Never know what people are going through. On that note, double salute to y'all.
Hell yeah.
Peace. I'm out.
Salute.
We out of here. Peace.
On my dark days, I chopped crack on a regular. Ran up in spots and clapped on a regular. Took big fat ass stacks from the register. No matter how hard they tried, they still couldn't measure the hard I had.